Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. This is the Aimpoint ACRO C2 red dot sight. This has been sent to me by Aimpoint and Edgar Brothers in the UK, and I've been using this on my 2.2 rimfire precision rifle. Now it's got, as you can see on the video, a quick release mount on it, so you can pop that off here and if you don't want to be using it. And the Aimpoint themselves have a huge array of different mounting solutions. This has got a Picatinny adapter on the bottom of the Acro, and it's also got a Picatinny mount on the 34mm tube of the Schmidt & Bender scope. And essentially what this means is I can pop that on there, and once it's zeroed, lock that in position. It holds zero between taking it off, putting it back on. There's not a problem at all. And it's got a 14mm optical axis, which means you can mount it quite low down to the actual mounting surface. Now I'll put a link in the description because Aimpoint have a huge array of different mounting solutions for different sizes of optic, different sizes of scope tube, different types of rifle, including things like blazers, things like that. But this one is designed around a 30 or 34mm mount, like you can see here, to fit in with the way you shoot your regular precision rifle. Now of course most people associate Aimpoint with wild boar and things like that, but it also has a massive market in the tactical precision shooting, especially close range, CQB, things like that, because it's an immediate point and shoot solution. And of course, with it being the Aimpoint patented design, there is no parallax issue. So if you put that rifle or pistol or scope, whatever, down and you're moving your head around, that dot doesn't move. The dot stays correct in position on target. This weighs just 61 grams. It's got a CR2032 battery, and switched on at sort of display number 6 of 10 available brightness settings, that will last for 50,000 hours, which is approximately 5 years or something crazy, I think, like that. So it's not going to run out quickly. It comes with its own little tool, and you've got windage and elevation controls here, so you can set that up to zero exactly as you want for your point of aim. And of course, bearing in mind the position angle you put this on your scope, you will just have to make a little bit of allowance for the fact that windage and elevation might be running diagonally in the sort of situation you can see as I've got it set up here. Although on a 45-degree line that did make it fairly easy to zero, because I just had to sort of adapt the settings for my requirements. Depending on your scope, you might want to set this up in different positions, depending on your lens caps, turret size, things like that, whether you want to shoot it with your rifle eye or whether you want it on the left side to shoot with your off eye, things like that. And of course, many people have seen things like this with a rifle mounted at an angle for a point and shoot rifle like this, rather than in the case of a PRS rifle like that, where you might be on quite high magnification with limited field of view to make your precision shots, but you need to be able to find those different targets quickly. And of course you've got a 3.5 MOA red dot in there to give you an instantaneous point of aim before you kind of flip positions down there to go to your precision reticle for your precision shots. Now in the past I've mostly used Aimpoints on driven boar and deer for hunting purposes, but it does bring a very interesting secondary perspective to a precision rifle, and if it's something you're looking into, do bear in mind that a lot of reflex red dot sights do have a parallax issue, and of course Aimpoints do not have that. So once you've got this zero precisely, you can actually get some quite good precision out of it, especially when you might be mixing and matching between short targets for fast fire scenario with then longer shots where you've got your scope intrinsically wound up, and when you're against a fast course of fire, you might not have time to find those targets, make those shots. And of course, you've effectively then also got a sight zeroed at short distance and a sight zeroed at the longer distance for the precision shots. So it's a factor to think about. And again, the lack of a parallax issue with an Aimpoint red dot sight is a huge benefit over certain other types of red dot sight where parallax can be a significant problem in a fast shooting scenario. The two buttons on here scroll through your 10 variations of intensity setting. 2 of those are sort of specified as night vision with 8 daytime settings. You know, one press turns it on instantly, longer press turns it off, but again, with a 50,000 hour use time, it doesn't really matter that much if you forget to turn it on, because the CR2032 battery under the cap there is a fairly common occurrence now in people's spares box. You can see on the side here how quick it is to release it, take it off, and if you don't want it on for various scenarios, well, you can take it off easily. But believe you me, when that goes back on there, that is zeroed, and I have to say I am thoroughly impressed with this unit. The Aimpoint does give a crisp red dot, although people with astigmatism, me being one of them, will never get quite as crisp a red dot as people with perfect vision. But that's the same with any optic you're using. If you've got better eyes, you're going to get more out of the optic. The great thing with the red dot on the Aimpoint is that with those 10 intensity settings, you don't need to have it particularly bright. You can pick it up easily in quite a relaxed fashion, and of course that avoids having any image sparkle, things like that, and anything that would diminish your night vision in those lower light scenarios. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that review. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and click the notification bell and keep track of my regular uploads. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.